Confidence is praised everywhere, in schools and workplaces, in interviews and public life. Children are taught to speak up, to raise their hands, to express themselves clearly and boldly. Confidence is framed as strength. Silence is framed as weakness. But inside wealthy families, this logic is quietly reversed because wealthy parents understand something most people never stop to question. Confidence reveals, silence conceals. And in a world where leverage matters more than expression, concealment often wins. This is why wealthy parents do not reward confidence the way others do. They reward restraint, they reward observation, they reward silence. Not because silence is timid, but because silence preserves power. How confidence became a public virtue. To understand why wealthy families move differently, you first need to understand why confidence became so celebrated. Modern society is built around visibility. The loudest voice is noticed first. The most expressive person is remembered. The confident speaker is assumed to be competent. Schools reward participation. Jobs reward self-promotion. Social platforms reward performance. In this environment, confidence becomes currency. But wealthy families are not preparing children for visibility. They are preparing them for influence. And influence follows different rules. Confidence as exposure. Confidence feels powerful, but confidence also exposes. When someone speaks confidently, they often reveal intentions, reveal values, reveal emotional triggers, reveal priorities. They give information freely. Wealthy parents understand that information asymmetry creates advantage. Sonner, the person who knows more than they reveal controls the interaction. The confident speaker often gives that advantage away. This is why wealthy parents do not rush to praise confident speech. They ask different questions. Was it necessary? Was it timed correctly? Did it reveal more than it protected? Silence as discipline, not fear. Outsiders often misunderstand silence. They assume silence means uncertainty, fear, lack of intelligence, lack of confidence. Wealthy families know better. Silence is not absence. Silence is control. A child who can remain silent while others speak is learning. Emotional regulation, patience, situational awareness. These are not passive traits. They are strategic ones. How wealthy parents respond to confident children. When a child speaks confidently in many households, the response is praise. Yes, that's great. I love how confident you are. Good job speaking up. In wealthy households, the response is different, not critical, not discouraging, but measured. Parents listen first. They assess timing. They assess necessity. Sometimes they say nothing at all. The lack of immediate praise teaches the child something subtle. Not every expression deserves reinforcement. Why restraint is praised quietly. When a wealthy child remains silent during an adult discussion, that silence is noticed, not publicly, not dramatically, but internally. Parents recognize restraint as maturity. They understand that the ability to not speak is harder to train than the ability to speak. Speaking is instinctive. Restraint is learned. Confidence versus positioning. Confidence is about presence. Positioning is about outcome. Wealthy families prioritize outcomes. A confident child may dominate a conversation. A restrained child may influence the decision. Confidence attracts attention. Positioning attracts power. This is why wealthy parents reward behaviors that protect position. Waiting, listening, observing. Choosing words carefully. The dinner table difference. At the dinner table, this training becomes visible. In many homes, children speak freely. Opinions are encouraged. Volume is tolerated. In wealthy homes, children listen. Adults speak calmly. Interruptions are minimal, not because children are unimportant, but because listening is the lesson. Why confidence is taught publicly, not privately. Confidence is useful in public-facing roles, sales, presentations, visibility-based careers. But power is often exercised privately, behind closed doors, in quiet rooms, in subtle negotiations. Wealthy families prepare children for those rooms, and in those rooms, confidence can be a liability. Emotional control and silence. Confidence is often emotional. Silence is often deliberate. Wealthy parents train emotional discipline early. A child learns not to react immediately, not to reveal frustration, not to display excitement prematurely. Emotion leaks information. Silence protects it. Adulthood consequences. Years later, this difference becomes obvious. In meetings, one person speaks early, another waits in negotiations. One reveals priorities, another listens. In leadership, one performs confidence, another controls outcomes. The second person was trained differently, quietly. Why most people never notice this? Most people are too busy learning how to be heard. They never learn how to withhold. They are rewarded for expression, not discretion. So when they encounter someone who speaks less but controls more, they mistake silence for weakness. That mistake is costly. Part 12, 98 minutes to 105 minutes. The uncomfortable truth. The uncomfortable truth is this. Many people were trained to perform confidence, not to protect leverage. They were taught to speak, not to wait. They were taught expression, not control. And once you see this distinction, you start noticing it everywhere. If this perspective was new to you, stay here. There are more things wealthy families never explain, not because they are cruel, but because explanation removes advantage. Once you understand how silence works, you begin using it differently.